everyone, welcome to Review Time. I'm your host Islip, and today we're going to be reviewing the knockoff Transformers Cybertronian Security Director Alert. Although, if he is a security director, why does he have FD, which stands for Fire Department? Whatever. This is a KO. This is a knockoff of said figure. Got it for just under 40. And to be honest with you, there really isn't much that you'd be able to tell just from the box or from what's inside that this is actually a knockoff. It's all well done. It really is. Just because why not bring in the Haas X Transbots box. You can get an idea of the size. It's a little bit narrower from top to bottom, but it's a little bit longer front to back, and it is not as thick. And yeah, so this is the X Transbots one, no gloss and everything. This glossy, nice. I don't have any other of the boxes or this wave or original ones to compare it with. I do have MP20 on the way. Then I'll be able to compare original. It's a real MP20. It's not a knockoff. It is. Oh, look, you can kind of see my hand. Hi, hello. Ooh, it's a good. Oh, sorry. Okie dokie, so let's just go ahead and get him out. And in case you were wondering, the light I'm using is right over there. Just trying something a little bit different in my setup, which is the way that I opened it. Was it you or was it? It was this side. Okay. So it's got all that kanji and it says a bunch of stuff. And he's 1,490 kilograms. And something in him can go 375 or 7,000 RPMs. I don't really know. I don't know what that means. Something is 4,140 millimeters. I am American. I don't understand all that stuff. So you open up the packaging. Okay, the packaging is empty now. And you get, obviously, your instruction sheets. Which, if you have MP Lambor, you don't, or Sideswipe, you do not need the instructions sheet. It comes with this card. I haven't actually opened this up yet. I mean, I've opened Red Alert. I just haven't opened these instructions, or yet. So there's a nice picture of him on Zebek, and a really nice picture on the front, nicely drawn. Yeah, looks pretty cool. Looks pretty darn good. So we'll take this and put this back in there, and we'll seal it back up, I guess. I'll fix that later. You get two little packages in here. One with his normal set of pile drivers, and one with a set of chromed long pile drivers, which that's pretty cool. I like that. I like the extras, but I won't really be using it because I won't be using it. Well, I mean, I'll for the purposes of this video I will, so I'll just put this off to the side. Then you come to the clamshell, and in it you have Red Alert in his beautiful white with red Lamborghini mode, and I mean really beautiful. I would love to get one of these molds in not fire cheap colors, maybe more just all white, and just get a few of these and just spray paint them the colors I like. You've got his gun and his shoulder mounted thing, and here you've got his short-circuiting doodads, which I haven't actually put on the figure yet, so we're gonna do that all together. And let's go ahead and get him out. So pull him out, and we'll pull his weaponry out and put it off to the side. Okay, put his electricity thing back in there. Okay. Tilt this down a little bit. And here you have red alert in his vehicle mode, and I have something mistransformed. And there we go. In his vehicle mode. And it doesn't really roll so much as slides, as the wheels are really, honestly, it's like the wheels and the underside of this are the exact same height, so you just end up sliding it along. But it's okay, I don't really roll it anyway. It just looks really cool. You can, if you want to, take that off, and then you've got a black spot there, but and then he's just the Lamborghini, and we'll just a Countach, whatever. And here we have side swipe. They're the exact same mold. As far as I can tell, no real differences in the molding, other than this comes with this light, which you can, if you want to, just stick it on red alert. Maybe I'll put it on backwards. And yeah, so we'll put that back on him, which I think I might have put it too far back. Hold on, let me take a quick look at the box. Nope, it's on right now. So yes, they both do the not really rolling thing. This one rolls a little bit better, but again, the clearance issues are exactly the same. And yeah, on the back, this one says Countach. This one is actually spelled correctly. Let's see if we can get it to. There we go. Whereas this one is Countach. And then there's the Lamborghini. And then this one, Lamborghini. It's weird that the writing is different on this. Is that a mark or a crack? Let's see. Right under the Lamborghini. I'm not sure what that is. Oh well. But yeah, I got this off of eBay. It was new in box. Looks pretty good. I like it. Let's get some more size comparisons. We'll move you out of the way. Here he is with the deluxe wheel jack, and they're about comparable size. Wheel jack is just a little bit smaller, but it still looks good. We've got Hoss, who is a mini bot truck, and I think that looks okay. I mean, it's a small truck, so this might actually be a little out of scale, but not by much. But it definitely rolls better. And I have my MP10, but he's in bot mode, and I couldn't find the trailer. So what we're gonna end up just doing is bringing Citizen Stack, which is a comparably sized bot, and it's the same. The cab is about the same length as the MP cab, and this looks pretty good. This looks pretty good. Let's turn the cab around just a wee bit to try to. It's going to be a little difficult, but yeah, so you can get a bit of a size thing going on there. So, yeah, and of course you can put him on, whoops, you can't see that, there we go. You can put him on the car carrier, you can put him, I'll stick that one up there, and we'll put this one down below. And then if you want, you can actually stick another car up here. So yeah, it's, as much as I hate to say it, I'm starting to like the smaller scaled MP figures. I like the big ones too, but the smaller ones, they're just a little more practical, and at least the vehicle modes are in scale with Optimus Prime. So, is there anything else in vehicle mode? No, I do not. Wait. Sure, why not? Hey, Seeker. We got the Classics Seeker. And, oh, wait. Put it on the wrong bot. Haha. Let's get this out. Let's get this out of the way. And there we go. And there you've got a size comparison with Islipcocoliso. So, yeah. So he does fit in the deluxe scale. Well, the deluxe Seeker doesn't fit in the deluxe scale very well as far as the vehicle mode is concerned, but you know. And I've already gone through the transformation with this guy. There we have Red Alert in bot mode. And he looks okay. He looks okay. I don't like that there's this big seam here. I guess that's part of it being the knockoff. It doesn't quite close as well as it should. It is what it is. It still looks good. Then you can take the weapons, which I forgot to show, do slot in on car mode. You can, there's a hole right in the top of the siren lights. You just plug that in and it does work. And if you want to, actually, you could just take this off and then just slot it up in the shoulder, and you can have shoulder little lights. So stupid looking, but you know, hey, you know, it's your imagination and your toy. You can do what you want with it. I'm just going to leave that back there. And then this just slots, and you can either slot it on this side or this side. Not sure what the official side is, to be honest with you, and I forgot where I put the box. Where did I put the box? Oh, right under me. Okay, they've got it on this side, which makes sense because you can also take this gun and just slot it in up here, and you can have both guns on his shoulder, or you can take this gun out and it will peg into, there's a little sort of groove sticking out, and there's a groove hole in there, and you just stick that in there and it's supposed to stay. I do be having problems with those though. They're just too that was unexpected. They're too the slots are too small are too narrow for the holes, so they just kind of, but his hand grips it pretty well, so you can do that. Again, he comes with a bunch of pile drivers, so you can take the pile drivers, and this is the first time I'm opening this little baggie up because I don't usually put them with pile drivers, to be honest with you, but he comes with pile drivers. He comes with 2 sets, and I can't get this baggie open. They taped it too well. Give me a second. Alright, sorry about that, guys. Anyway, so got the baggie open, and this is what you get. And it's very easy to attach. to the figure. You just take the hand, fold it away, and then when you fold it away, you get something that looks like this. And you can see there are two sort of slots at the top and the bottom. Oh, there's one slot at the top, one slot at the top and at the bottom, an opening space. And you can see there is two protrusions, one at the top and one at the bottom, and all you have to do is slide that in between and snap in said pile driver. Now this is the flat one. You also get one of these. Oh, you get two of those too. So you get two flat ones, two pointy ones, and you get silver ones. We're gonna need more hands, so let's move him over here. Go ahead and get his mold mate together, and just fold these in. Take the silver pile drivers, which the paper says they're from Amazon, so they even knocked that off. See, look, Amazon.co Japan, and it just little instruction sheet to tell you how to do it. There's even a telephone number on here, so yeah, interesting. We'll take one of his original pile drivers just so we have contrast. And yeah, you can see the mold brothers, which are almost identical. The mold in every place except for one is exactly like the other, and that is on the shoulder where you have this fake wheel molded in where there is none over here. So yeah, thought that was interesting, and I just realized that. I mean, I noticed this before, and I'm like, I don't remember there being a wheel there, and I just assumed it was on this one as well. But yeah, and like mold-wise, everywhere else, well, no, the heads are also molded differently. You can see he's got the side swipe. Whoops. See if I can get that to zoom in. My apologies. Okay, there we go. You can see that the heads are molded slightly differently. The faces are also different. I had assumed that they were the same, and I was wrong. Yay! So he's got, like, you know, the horns, and he's got the protrusions. And you can, of course, put the little electric doodads on. Now, I haven't done this yet, so I'm not exactly sure how I'm supposed to. Okay, let's see. It goes around back like so, right? Yep. Maybe nobody likes me. Starscream, you're my friend. Nobody likes me. Okay, whatever. So let's move him back, and we're gonna do size comparison. And I didn't forget about the articulation. Okay, technically, I guess I did, but I'll get into that. Here he is with the Age of Extinction Voyager Optimus, and he's actually just about a head shorter. Just about a head shorter than that Optimus, which is for some reason how I pictured them in the series, but I guess I was wrong. We've got we've got Deluxe Wheeljack, which at this point now is extremely outclassed, which is why I need to get the other Wheeljack, because he's just too short. Now he looks like a mini bot now. It's just funny that his car mode and that, like, their car modes compress so much that they're almost in the same class. But then when you let's get you out of here. Here we have the Master Mini Hoss, who's shorter than oops, red alert. Now he's having a hard time standing. There we go. It's because we're on a sort of an incline. And That's about right because he's supposed to be like Minibot Huffer size. So, yeah, that works for me. That works. Let's get this out of here. Move this over, and let's go ahead and get Masterpiece Grimlock. And the scale seems just a wee bit off. And when I say a wee bit off, only as far as the first, what do you call it? The first time that they made the Dinobots, Grimlock was actually, I think, just slightly bigger than what this is. But this still is pretty nice. And this is like, Optimus should be this guy's size, because that would be, at least according again to the first cartoon where he transformed into this T-Rex and he was this huge thing. He towered over Optimus. So speaking of Optimus, I guess we might as well just go ahead and get MP10 in the frame. Let's get you out. I don't think we have enough space for you and you. And yeah, there he is. And I don't care what nobody says. That is not in scale. I remember the cartoons, and they were not that much smaller than Optimus Prime. They were at least about up to here to Optimus. Not all the way down here. That's too short. But that said, I don't care. I still like the figures, even though they are a bit too small as far as I'm concerned. I mean, how would you get a jetpack from someone this size to fit on that? So, but sorry about my griping again, and this is gonna be a very long video. If you hadn't already noticed by the time that you've seen this, it's probably about 26 minutes unless I edit it, which I might do, so I probably shouldn't have said that. Okie dokie schmoky. So anyway, let's get all this stuff off and we'll deal with articulation. Okay, come on off. Okay, and we'll just bring his hands back out, just because that would be part of the articulation. So, alrighty, we have in the head, let's focus, in the head, we have a little bit of up and straight movement, 360 degrees there. Shoulders, they go out and in. They don't go out more than that. They get stuck on this little thing here, but that's still pretty good, you know. And then you got 360. If you turn it this way, you probably get, nope, it's just still the same. Alrighty, I thought you got more, but you get 360 at the upper bicep. You've got a double jointed elbow, which joints backwards like that, so you can give him broken arm if you want to. Also bends at the elbow front ways the way it's supposed to. 360 degrees rotation there, and the fingers are all molded as one piece, so you get a fist or you get a slap hand, and that's about it. For there, you got rotation at the waist, Perceptor kick at the hips. It also rotates. It goes all the way forward if you move the flap up. If you don't move the flap up, it goes about that far forward. That far back, bends at the knee, and the feet, let's see, the feet pivot a little bit, and now they're stuck. What? Okay. Well, they pivot, just move that back, and then of course your toes can do different things due to transformation, which it helps when you can put your toes like that, because then you can get him to be in a sort of a walking pose, but he's still balanced, because he's still supported. That's what I should say. So you can see, if you turn him sideways, you can see he looks like he's walking, and you don't have to have an extra stand or anything. So Yep. I really love this figure. I love this figure. I love Lambor. I don't know why. I can't choose between which I love more between the two of them, to be honest with you, because they're both outstanding. Even as KOs. I mean, you know. And I know I know some of you don't like the idea of KOs. Some of you are going to have a heart attack at this video because I have a knockoff. But I'm going to tell you something right now. This figure is... This figure is about 6.5 inches tall, or yeah, well, we're gonna go with 6.5 inches tall. There is no reason why he should be $80. $80 is too much to be spending for this figure. It's a little over a deluxe size. It's between a deluxe size and a Voyager size. There's no reason why I should be. I spent $80 on the Masterpiece Rodimus, which is the same size as Masterpiece Optimus, which he's the same height, and that one, that's about 9.5 inches tall, and I paid $79 for that. There's no way I'm going to pay $79 for this little guy. Now, Wheeljack, on the other hand, is a separate case, because that's Wheeljack. And if you know anything, Wheeljack's is always the coolest. But this figure is a great figure. Takara Tomy knocked it out the box with these figures. I had such an issue with them, and I'm starting to grow on the size. The sizes are starting to grow on me. It's a little easier to deal with these than the bigger Masterpiece figures, as much as I hate to say that. But the price, I mean, they've shrunk down. You're using less plastic and paint. They've shrunk down. Why hasn't the price shrunk with them? Well, no, actually, I shouldn't say that, because they're $79 from Japan. But then Hasbro released Prowl at Toys R Us for $79, and that was ridiculous. Especially when you could get, for $79, you could get, when they re-released Masterpiece Grimlock, who is much bigger. So, but I'm Islip, and for the $40, the around $40 that I paid for this guy and the other guy I got with him, which you'll be seeing next, it was worth it. It was definitely worth it. $40, that's great. $50, okay, it's a little bit much, but you know what? I'd pay for a third-party figure like that. $80, that's pushing it. A third-party figure I can understand, but this is an official, mass-produced, released thing. There's no way this should be that much money. I'm sorry. So, otherwise, again, I'm sorry. Islip, I love this figure. And I'll just take this and put this over here, and take this one and put this over here, and yay! Too much guns. Bye.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Good morning, Cybertron! With your hosts, Kingston 333, Adam, Oscar, Max Ross Linden, and for Mercy, Holson, Just 9 9s, T2 RX6, Skullface, Rain 9, Islipcocoliso, Dr. What, and Blunghole, the tapeworm of Unicron.